It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Lions and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissling. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down, they did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
But not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of it, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Stafford, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. The Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, they come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Largent complete here over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Keep playing. Oh, don't be scared. You smell like checkers draw.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Second and 5 now. Wilson able to find his target here, Largent. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Wilson. Now he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Largent. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it with Strong, the fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, maybe that's when they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, 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 all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge for him. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Pete Carroll, always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a throw here, hauled in.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Stafford's throw caught by Sanders.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now it's Stafford. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
He was pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
I'm going to hit you.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now let's do this.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Sims. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run it with Sims. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Good job.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. So they took a chance there on 4th down, and boy, does it pay off. It pays off with 6 points.
Yeah, I have to imagine that they were thinking maybe we can at least get a first down if we don't score. But he decided he didn't want a new set of downs. He just wanted a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one just